How do I see someone's on here? Okay. Guys, if yeah, someone in the chat said that today. Pretend it's like Monopoly money. Yeah, it's like fiat. How's it going, Divienbi? You good? Oh, modern simplicity. Welcome. We're trying out new tech today, guys. We're using StreamYard. First time I'm using it. Yo, Charles Doe, Marek Kogut, Aliki, how you doing, brother? Good to see you here. Hello, 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 guys. Good morning, wherever you are. For some it's morning and for some it's night. Here in Hawaii, it's late at night. It's midnight.
Cắm cái này.
Where are you all guys tonight? Where are you tuning in from? Let me know in the chat. Trilidonka. Hello, hello, hello. It's amazing. Thank you, Modern Simplicity. We have an amazing community here. For sure. For sure. Switzerland. All right. Yeah, it's not of the same question, but it's good. Sharpening the brain. You find out for every question you have like multitude of different answers, how to answer it. We're trying to build up the FAQ. Slowly but surely. I'm just gonna wait a few minutes and let some people tune in. Philip R, hello, hello. UK, we have Charles Doe from New Zealand. Wow, we're everywhere. Swish out. Body, heart in Poland. Yeah, the Polish power up. They've taken over. Amazing to see. It is exploded. It's Xcrush. Philippines. Wow, this is pretty cool. Cool. Hello, Claire. How you doing? Good to see you here. Canada. Wow. Wow, really from everywhere. It's pretty cool. Is my sound okay? Can you hear me? I'm drinking ACV today, of course. It's the sponsored Zen drink. Switzerland, Pentavision, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. It's amazing. Marek Kogut is in the Swiss Alps, and Pentavision is also in Switzerland. I once ran across the whole Switzerland. How about that? In a race, it took 5 days up and down those hills. Music louder. Is this louder? Yeah, it's this music that is within StreamYard. Yeah, guys, let's just go. We're recording this as well. Let's see here. There we go.
Yeah. So now we start, or just wait?
Yeah, let's start. Good to see you guys. Welcome, welcome. Good to see many seniors. See many seniors in the chat. UK, Tuffy boy, welcome. Tuffy boy, good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, guys, we are live. This is revolutionary. We're trying new tech here today, and it's seems to work amazingly well. We could expect some disasters, but looks pretty good right now. So we should have one of those, clippers, so we can start like in the movies. Leo, get up from your yacht, from sunbathing on your yacht, and go to the studio and give us a clipper. So what can we say? Audit is in, guys. It's great. It's a very good result. A lot of zeros. We like to see that. It's always nice with a good audit. So Jack's happy. Jack's very happy, very relieved also. So I talked to him today. So it's looking good. It's looking good. There were a few minor things. They're really going through everything in these audits. So it was the AMP. We changed the AMP from 30 reduction per month to 1 per day. So that was updated in code, but it was not updated in all the documents. So it's very good to do an audit, because even the best developers are missing a comma somewhere. But that was basically it. And there was a few minor. That was the biggest thing. So we're gonna redo it and get A+ on the audit. This project deserves a real A+, and we're gonna share it with the community. And yeah, so then we might have a launch on the 8th or 9th somewhere. So that's next weekend on ETH. And we're gonna announce it. So we're gonna have a countdown for 4 days. But we're gonna keep you daily update on that. So now we're gonna talk about something that I think is new for everyone, actually, because it's like multitude of wallets. How do we think about it? How do we manage multiple wallets without getting in a huge mess? And to be perfectly honest, I don't really know what to do here. I haven't focused a lot of my time on it. And sorry, I've been more focusing on the whole concept and the community and stuff. So I sort of procrastinated the whole idea, because you can do this in so many different ways. So luckily we have amazing Divienbi here from, where are you tuning in from, my friend?
Yeah, hello guys. Yeah, great to have you here, and we talk about because I post a lot of different pieces, but today I will gather everything in a really beautiful and spreadsheet, and really well organized slides. Then I can introduce this and explain it step by steps that you can understand. Not only the math, it's also the philosophy behind of the math, and that will give you guys a really big picture. So how is your journeys with XEN in the next 8 year or more.
Right. So let's just also say that I've seen some of Diviendi's slides, so it's pretty advanced. Just to warn you, when you first look at it, the Mint formula, guys, the Mint formula. It's the formula you need to study by heart. If you know this formula, you're gonna figure out everything else. But we got to start at this very high complex level, and then we can sort of work ourselves down to make it comprehensible for everybody. Nothing of what we say here is any financial advice whatsoever. So everyone is responsible for themselves, of course. You got to have your big boy pants on, like Ivan taught us in DeFi Summer 2020, for those who remember. So Divienbi will just show the possibilities here of what's possible, and we will talk about how you could structure a play here in case you do decide to make multiple wallets. So we don't make any suggestion that that's something you should do or not, but yeah. So you're probably going to come in here and have like many different questions on the math and the formula and the setup. But it's probably going to be in this way that you get some of those questions asked, and then you have 10 more than you had coming in. It's like watching, these soap operas on Netflix or something, Days of Our Lives or Game of Thrones. You're going to find out who the guy who wants your cherries, but you're going to have like a few more questions to worry about. Like you just found you're suspecting that your wife is cheating with the pool boy, and that your dog is reincarnated as Stuart Griffin or something. That's crypto. It's just like crazy. You always find new questions and everything, but we'll work it out together. Yeah. So
actually, I got a lot of DMs. I got a lot of DMs after I released on the diagrams, and I just felt that I need to like have videos, like streams to explain it. So I asked to have the AMA, so you guys can be gathered here, and we can have like an official kind of like the instructions videos how to use the solo strategy, these pressures that I sent out, and something behind. And yeah, I think we can start it, or yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Let's see. How do we do this? Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Nice.
Now we're here. This is so cool. It's pretty cool, the system, StreamYard.
Okay, guys. Before we start the AMA, so I assume that you guys have some basic knowledge about Zen after you read on the white paper. Because if you have no idea what is Zen, AMA is not for you. So you can like watch some like Zen education series. I think that gives you a lot of knowledge to understand. And this topics today just focus on how you guys can optimize the math and some philosophy behind of that, and what we gonna do in our life in the next couple of years. Okay. So and this is also not a bright actions discussion. So I will exclude these topics. Maybe we have another AMAs for this specific topics. Yeah, to notice before I started. Okay, and there's a lot of confusions when some people call it wallet, some people call it accounts, somebody called it addresses. So here, this is the definitions from the official website in Ethereum. So they can like define wallet, accounts, and address. So I would like to count on the wallets that we used to be calling is accounts, to make it less confusing. Okay, and after this AMA, I will send the slides to all of you so you can have a look at this, and you can have more information. And okay, so the first question is how you maximize your Zen reward. That is like the favorite questions of every Zenians, right? But to answer this, there's something you have to understand this. So this is the interface when you connect your wallet to the website. So that will show your C rank here, like this is just a test net, but you have to enter your term here. So the question is come up here like, is this the good days or the good number that will give you the biggest reward? No, I don't know. It depends on your C rank at that time. That depends on the global rank. That depends on the AMP. A lot of different parameters. That confusing. That make you like, what the hell is it? Is it so much? So this
Oh,
AMA
so
is
what
really
you're
like,
saying is not necessarily, you should not necessarily choose the highest turn days. That will not give
yes,
you the highest reward necessarily.
yep. It's
All
been
right.
like the max mean term. It can be like 300 or 400 days, but if you try or you enter the highest ones, I am not sure that is the smart move. Okay, so to answer this and which date or which number is the best, you have to understand uh, the math behind that. Okay,
Would you
so
say that's like if you really want to optimize stuff, but if you, as a general rule, I mean, the formula pretty much incentivizes you to choose as much as possible. But if you really want to optimize it, you should do like your magic with the formulas.
yeah, I mean, like
Yeah,
you are early bird now at the moment. You are early bird. Whatever number is, you get a really good numbers compared with Zen minted after 8 years. But I mean,
right.
like you, how we have a better solution. We have a better approach. So we're gonna show you what how we like based on we understand the math, we can make a really good decision. So this is there are two formula. The first one is the minting phase, and the second one is taking phase. So there's a notice that the AMPs now drop 1 point per day. So a little bit different with the chart. So I also have an arrow here. So to notice people that we're gonna change the formula a little bit. Okay, so to maximize the reward, you have to understand and how you optimize two formulas, minting and staking. And because there in the formula there's increasing and decreasing parameter at the same time, so that will make a lot of people confusing. So to understand the math, I divided into three aspects that people have to understand. So there's a time depend parameters that you cannot do anything. It's just drop. So the AMP drop every single day, 1 point per day. So it takes about like 8 years to drop to one, and it keep constant forever. And APY, it start from 20% and drop to every 90 days 1%, and it takes like 4 years to drop to 2%, and it keep it constant forever. So this is not things you can do that cut out like the protocols, the rules that you have to follow. And the next parameter is, I call that a community parameters. That is the global rank. It means like it show like the growth of the addresses or the accounts that increasing, which is mint Zen. And global rank is from I developed it a little bit more details. It's kind of like the multiple between the real users and the wallet per person. Sorry, the accounts per person. And EAA, the early adoptions amplifiers, as I remember the accurate name. So it's drop, but this number is not so much. It's not so big, so I don't really worry about that. So my main concern is the global rank. And the third one is personal decisions parameters, because this is you have to make it yourself. You have to make your own decisions, and that affects your number. So there are two T value. So in in minting phase, the maturity is the how long you wait for mint, and is tied to the logarithmic 2 of the global rank at that time. And second is the staking length. So you can stake it max day like 1,000 day or less. It depends on your delegations. Okay.
So
Yep.
go back one step. So beautiful. This is amazing. Divienbi is a visual learner, like myself. I love to see it this visually. I think it's something that more people will be able to relate to. It's very beautifully interpreted here. The three different parameters in this diagram, and just to get everyone on the same page, this maturity here, personal decision parameter. It's what you do when you claim your C rank. You
Yeah.
know, you just do interact with the protocol for the first time. You get your C rank, and in that same transaction, you choose your your maturity date, which will increase logarithmically after 5,000 interacted addresses. Right. So it's very minimalistic in the way you can onboard people. They just have to choose their rank and choose a time. That's basically it. But yeah, very nice job here. Two
So
formulas.
when you understanding three aspects of to create your standard reward, yeah, we have to make the action. Okay. So time depends parameters. Mint Zen as soon as possible. Don't wait, because like all the parameters become worse every single days. Okay. And growing like community parameters, that things that we have to do together. Growing the community is growing your rewards, because as more people coming, as more reward that you can mint. You, for example, within like 300 days, and different delta rank will give you different reward. So you, is this not only like you type the number at the very beginning, the number team, then you stop it. That will not bring you more, right? But if you like increasing the adoption together, you bring more people coming to the protocol, the community, and they also do like they also mint Zen, stake Zen, and it's become a larger and larger community, and it gives you a much better, a much bigger reward. Okay, so that is why there are two aspects that you can control or contribute is the community parameters, and the last one is the personal decision. These ones will be a difference between the like Xenians. So you can choose longer or sooner. It depends on how long. It depend on your decisions. Depend on your delayed gratifications. On three parameters here will give you the highest, the biggest reward. So that is not gives you the accurate number, but it gives you like a big pictures how you can give, how you can increasing your reward in the futures. Because when you decided the t value, it's not mean you have exactly number that estimated in the test net, like in the website, because the number will be changed in the futures and nobody can predict that. But together we can make it come true, and we can predict the dedication of the community, the adoption, I mean. Okay, so dedicated community will bring you the highest reward, and you are part of this community. That is the things that I want to share with everybody, because why I this kind of like you do it for your own benefit. because as more growing community, as more growing your rewards from my point of view, and then you can make your own decisions when. And for this one, we will also have some discussion, but I think data can be different between your behavior. I recommend that you choose the days will about weekend, Saturday or Sunday. So on that day, you can have the low gas fee, or you have more time to for that. You can like have a really quiet place, take times, and mint it, no risk.
Right. When you choose your maturity date, maybe it's better to look at the calendar. So if it's 100 days from now and 100 days is on a Monday, maybe take
Yeah.
99 because that's a Sunday, and usually the gas prices are lower on Sundays. So
Yeah, because in the end of the day, the delta rank is the makes sense. Is the importance part. So your C ranks, for me, is not so important. I mean, like if we go back here a little bit, your C rank is not a big deal. Like you can have a bigger reward by like balance on the parameter here. And if you contribute to the community, if you grow in the community, you have a better reward. You don't need to worry about like your C rank or global rank at the time you mint it. Don't worry about that.
right, and this is an important point because it's like people don't need to rush in this because since it's a limited maturity date, that means you don't have to be first in this because um, it's an ongoing thing, but with a fixed maturity date. So it's not necessarily the people who come in first who will
Yeah.
make the most. Right. So now you so far you've underlined that there's basically two formulas you need to know. It's the mint formula and the stake formula. And if you don't like math, they're pretty scary, but you're gonna learn them.
Yeah.
You're gonna learn them. You can break them down into concepts, which you will understand pretty easily. And if you know them, everything else is pretty simple to understand. But if you don't know them, this is very complex. Um,
Window, entire screen. Okay. Share. Okay.
StreamYard is so cool, by the way.
Yes, I open up another Windows. Wow, what happens?
Wow.
Oh. So every lines, and after this AMA, I will like send you the solo spreadsheet. I think I sent it already. You just play around with this.
Yeah, you can post it in the main Telegram after the stream.
Yep. So this is the finish the first questions. How you optimize your reward. It's a little bit long, but it gives you how and why we make it so complicated. How we have to spend more time to find out like what is the t value here. it's, it take you a little bit more times, but it's I think it's worth to do that. So
Right,
if you
very nice.
any
Very nice.
questions.
So play around with it, guys.
So if you guys has any questions here, I will stop it a little bit and just I just few more questions and then I move to another questions, another topic.
All right. Do we have any questions? I recommend you take the spreadsheet and you just play around with the numbers. So you just have to put in different numbers on those cells.
I think I just play around with this, right?
Yeah. Kryptonite's in the house. It's fun to see so many familiar faces. We have we have Gunin, Hexychemist Chief, Claire, Modern Simplicity, Kryptonite, Gunin.
So if we
Chaba,
don't have any
Chabi.
questions, I will continue. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the previously is how you set up your first account or like a single account and get the highest reward. And assumes that all of us won't just create one and like walk away. We will like create like hundreds of thousands wallet. Yeah. So how we manage that? That is another question. Like the slide will like show you like more and more and more information depend on your behaviors, your when you interact with Zen. Okay. So if you have a lot of accounts, you want to mint Zen, so you have to pay for the gas fee. So if you mint it on Binance, Chains, or Polygons, when I assume that the gas fee is not really big problems, so you can do like a multi-sig to save more time. Or if you just want to focus on the Ethereum, where the gas fee is extremely high compared with the rest of the other chains. So how we how we save money? So I show up like here to kind of approach. So normally people will think about like multi-sig and from one account. So sorry, because I'm still using the wallet. I will update the diagram later. Yeah, but to assume, just to make it clear, now we call the accounts to, and one wallet can create like 100 or 1,000 accounts. So
Right,
we have,
you can use like a bulk sender or multi-sender and these tools. So you
yes,
send like you put in the address and how much you want to send, and then you can send out ETH in one
yeah,
transaction, 10 different addresses in one
yeah.
go. It's pretty practical.
So if you mint it on the really cheap chain, so don't worry about the gas fee. So you more like save your times. Just do the first part will save you a lot of time, but it's also cost you a little bit more money because it's you left some dirt in your balance, and if it's not a big number, or you can leave it there. And for Ethereum's that is used that is a big issue to me because like if let's say like you create like 100 address and you left like $2 per in the balance and every address or accounts. So if you multiply with 100 accounts is $200 or more. So you can save. I mean, like it's not mean save, but it's mean like you can optimize your fund, your gas fee fund, by you send on the balance to the wallet, to the account to mint, and then after you claim your C rank, you send on the balance to to the next account, and repeat it to end of the fund. So let's say the wallet 100, sorry, the account 100, the amount in your balance will be really small. You can like have $1 or $2. It's just not a big deal, right? You just leave it like $1 or $2 instead of like few hundred. So you can make your own decisions depending on where you want to meet them. Okay. And I mean, like, there's a lot of idea about how you save, you keep tracking your address. But I mean, I'm still like think this is still like a kind of like the manual spreadsheets that keep all the address here. So I just come up with some like address here. Okay. So the first one, you have to write down some number like the claim date and the mint date, and you have to set it up in calendars. Is so to remind you, like 3 or 7 days before when it ends, to avoid the penalty. Because if you late or you just forgot this, one day after 7 days you lost everything. I mean, like if you wait years for minted for Minzan and you just like forget 7 days and then everything's gone. So to avoid that, just do it appropriately. Uh, Take your time and set it up, and you will never regret. And there's some idea about like change the name of the account to remind you. But sometimes if that contains a little bit risky, a risk, like if you change the devices, or you can like you change the wallet, like you import another sys phrase and you re-import this. So I got the issues that everything just backs to the default name, like account 1, 2, 3, and on the name that I changed is gone, but the address is still stay the same. So I highly recommend that just maybe you can also have another columns that also have the name here, but still need to write out carefully. But please, this is just record your address, not the syspray. Never save your syspray here. Write it out offline. There's a lot of topic about that. You can Google it and keep yourself safe in this world. So
Right.
I
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
yeah
Yeah, seed phrase. Never save it online. If your computer gets hacked, they can take your seed phrase, and if they have your seed phrase, they can get to everything. So this is interesting because we had a suggestion. I think it was from Michael Salo, Tequila Salo, in the beginning, that you could, like in MetaMask, since you have many addresses, you could rename. You can rename the accounts in MetaMask, right? So you
yeah
could rename them for the date that you chose as a maturity date. And that's a pretty smart idea, so you don't have to keep track of that separately. But then we realized maybe it's better to do an Excel spreadsheet because of what Divienbi said here, because sometimes when you, like for MetaMask, I usually have the habit of renaming my accounts, but then when you open them in MetaMask, the names doesn't follow there for some reason. So it might be better to leave them as addresses and then have a spreadsheet with integrated with calendar. We have thought about integrating a calendar function, but it's like a v 1.2 thing.
yeah
So that might come in the future. But this is great. So you'll share this spreadsheet in the Telegram as well, right?
Yes, just some like demos. So we can I can develop it a little bit, like setting the Google calendars accordingly when you choose the maturity here. But I mean, like choose the safest way to keep tracking on the addresses. That is the point I want to everybody to be noticed. Um, because like you have to spend a lot of time to wait to mint, and just just in one mistake that's that's destroy, or your reward just gone. So yep. uh okay, so this is about like how you okay, another idea is like so before you like let's assume that you create like 10 accounts per month. So you can create that before you start minting or you start claiming C rank, and you can record this here, and then one by one you can create this, and you can take the screen you take the photo when you connect your wallet, your account to the website, and then you can like save more time after you claim on the accounts. So this one won't cost you more time. You don't worry about that. Just spend it previously before you mint and after you claim, sorry, before you claim the C rank and after you claim the C rank. Finish that and keep a really disciplined habit that will keep on the addresses and on the accounts in the safe way that you can track it. You can and when it's close to the days you have to mint the Google Calendar. I think everybody has that. So it will remind you, okay, guys, you have to mint it. Like you can set it like 3 day or 7 day. It depends on your decisions. But I mean, like you
Right.
give a time for that. Ensure that. Okay. So next is you mint. There are two functions like min and sen and min and stake. So how is different? Okay. Again, I still did not change the wallet into the account. I'm sorry for that, but I got updated. So if you just have like only one wallet or account, so don't worry about like min and sen or min and stake. It depends on what you want to do. So if you want to keep it liquid or you after you mint your Zen, you can send to your friend or you have like a different uh, place to keep on the liquid Zen. Because I highly recommend that when you use that, stake it, you should have the hardware wallet to keep it safe. And or you can save more gas fee by use mint and stake. After you mint it, stake it immediately. So that is different, okay? But for people who have a multi accounts, that will be different, a huge different from my point of view. So let's say I have a hundred accounts, and I claimed it last year, and this year I have to mint it all, and then I will stake it for like 100 days, for example. And if you use this function, you can gather all the liquid Zen into one account, and then you stake it from that account, and then you can unstake it with that account. So you can save a lot of gas fee compared with the others, the second ones, like account one to stake one, and a stake one, account two to stake two, and then a stake two. Like it took more effort, more time, more gas fee. So that is how we can. If you guys understand this, you can have like a really good decisions. Okay.
Right. So this is great. I mean, there. So just to be clear, when you mint, there's a function called mint and send, which allows you to. It doesn't have to mint to the address that you claim your C rank with. You can use this mint and send function and choose to do that with multiple of your addresses, so they all will go to one wallet there, and then from that wallet, if you know you want to stake from all your 5 different wallets here, or n number of wallets, and you know you want to stake them all, so you're saving a lot of gas fees. It's one gas fee instead of 5 there, just to be clear.
Yeah, because this ones you stake it or you keep it liquid. It depends on somehow we have to discuss about like the price actions, like the price and at the moment that will affect the people decisions. But again, I exclude it into this AMA, and maybe we have another AMA about that to discuss in advance about this topic. I think it's really interesting. Myself, I love to understand more about this, but just try to keep it simple as possible. because I think this AMA has a lot of information, so I don't want to make it more complicated. So next slide. Okay, so this is things that you
Are they coming for you, Divienbi? What have you done? You're on to something here with the staking strategies. We're on to something. You're gonna come for us.
Yeah. So okay. So in the first three questions that give you like the ideas what you have to do with like your your addresses or your accounts when you mint it. But let's say let's look at further, bigger. So how can we deal with this? Because like somebody thinks that okay, I mint this, then I sell it, and then have a really fast scan, like have a huge bet about a lot of money. But what do you think if you transform your Zen into the passive income? And let's say if you look further, and everybody here, you are blessed to be early bird, to consider like how lucky you are in the next 8 years. So let's see here that some screenshot I took from Jack. So for now, if you minted after 30 days, you got about like 1.2 million Zen with the yeah with some assumed number here, and after 8 year only like 500. So that is a huge gap between now and after the 8 years, right? And how you like keep up with like involved in Zen journey in the next 8 years? This one will like I call that this is kind of like the waterfall strategy. So
This is
a lot
art.
of
This is art. I want this on my wall. It's Diviendi's unpatented waterfall strategy.
yeah
So
yeah
beautiful.
try to explain all the ideas. I try to visualize all the idea to make it simple, to let everybody understand something like behind the math, because for me
Right.
I'm a visual learner, so number
Right.
or text doesn't work to me. So I explained it a little bit. So on the right hand side, you have the APY that drop from 20% to 2%. So at about like year four, you a little bit like middle of year five, the numbers to like the APY drop to 2% and it keeps constant to the infinity, and the APY will gonna take like 8 year to drop from 3,000 to 1.
Can you get closer to your mic, maybe?
Pardon?
Can you get closer to your microphone somehow?
Okay. Is this better?
No, it was no. Never mind. It was modern simplicity.
Okay. Okay.
No, sorry. Just go ahead.
Okay. Okay. When you understanding previously, now you have to you have some sort of knowledge, like what is you have to do with claim mint, and this is the whole process in the next 8 years. So I don't think that you claimed and mint then in the 8 years is a really smart move. But somehow you have, if you understand this, you have some different decision. Okay, so the blue one is the minting phase. Okay, so I assume that you can choose about like 300 days is the really good number, for example, because again, any day, any T maturity T value, you have a really huge gap compared with the newbie or the seniors that they mint after 8 years. So even like if you don't use my spreadsheet, the solo one, you are on in the really good positions compared with the guys who come in after you 8 years or 7 years. So don't worry about
Right. It's really super inflationary in the beginning. but it becomes disinflationary with time. This is to incentivize adoption because people, early adopters, are building out the network. So that's also a vision we should draw, actually, because this is very relevant to this. What we're trying to do is this network, this global decentralized network. This is really what XEN is about, where each node is a human being with its rights stored in the wallet, where this individual keeps his seed phrase. So it's a network decentralized with self-custody.
Yeah,
which is pretty cool.
yeah. Can you open it again?
Sorry. There we go.
Okay. So the minting phase is the blue one, and the purple one is the staking, the max staking. Because I highly recommend that, because if you guys think longer, so you have to optimize the APY, because when you stake it, the APY will keep it constant on the days that you stake it. So I mean, like, the APY is the time dependent parameters, but the good thing is you can keep it constant in period of times that you stake it. So I mean, like, if you got at the time you stake it is about like 70%, and if you stake it 100 day or 1,000 days, so it means you keep the same rate in 1,000 days. That a really good um, number compared with, like, if let's say it's like the first year you stake it when it's about like 17, and when you unstake it it's just 6%. But during that 1,000 day you on have like 17%. So it's mean like you can have like 1,000 day will be about like 3 years, and you have like 42%. I think it's great to me. Okay, and you keep repeat it every single month and single years. And the next question is when the parameter become worse, like APY back to 2%, and the AMP like drop a lot. So how we keep like maximize our reward here. So there are two line to limit. So one is the APY and one is the AMP here. So in the middle of that ranks the gray one. So you can have a look at this. Can we zoom out just a little bit? No. So let's say like after 4 years, the staking becomes worse. It's mean like just 2%, and it keep constant. So you cannot take the advantage by you can stake longer. So I recommend that don't stake it, maximize. Don't maximize your staking. Just like do it monthly or some sort of period of times that you feel it comfortable with. Okay, and however, the AMP is still like a really good number. So you can see here when it's meet the first limit, it's more like minted and less staked. But in the previous one, in the from year 1 to year 4, you can see this. I try to maximize my stake 1,000 days. Even though like there it dropped a little bit, like 2% or 6%, but I mean like still like 3x compared with 2%. Okay. So but at some point you have to think about like stop minting or and stop staking, like a long staking, and the reasons why. So in any economic system, so 2% is considered like a really good inflation rate that keeps the economy healthy. So I think 2% here is really good um, for like is we can consider the from the economic point of view. So 2% seem really good rate. So there's a lot of questions like people will dilute it the bad or not. So my answer is no. If you are the hacks the design OG, don't worry about your bet will be diluted, and you can take advance from just 2%. And I will show you how. This is will show you how. Okay, so on the right hand side, sorry, on the left hand side, this is the parameters now and after the 8 years. And after 8 years, you stake like you mint like 500 Zen per month. And if you and I assumes that you have like 100 accounts every after 8 years, multiple with like 1 million per accounts. I mean, like that is not a crazy number. I think is I'm come up with some more idea of some more crazy number, but just give you like really low and reasonable number. So we have like
Right.
100.
So but it's interesting to see here, like by year 8, you have, I mean, the global rank delta is probably going to increase a lot faster because it's more people. The network is bigger, but the AMP, you can see the effect of the AMP here. It's really the biggest one
Yeah,
to give effect, as we can see here.
yeah, because when the AMP backs to 1 and all the parameters becomes like worse. So this is the amount that the new sentients they can mint every month. So it's not much. So you can still get like 300s or like 350x compared with the new minted Zen. So I think if you just stake it cladding every month, so you can have like this is become a passive incomes, and your bet will never be diluted. And yeah, all you need for today. Enjoy your Zen's journey. So now if you have
Wow,
any
Divienbi,
here.
that was amazing. That was so good. Let prepare some questions. We're going to take some questions from the audience to Divienbi here, and if you have any. So let's just during I have some questions that I will bring up from the chat that we got already. But let's take a zoom out. We talked about a lot of optimization and so on and so forth. What I'm mostly interested in, like the management of these wallets. You know, I never used more than never many wallets, let's say. Now we're running up in the double digits, maybe triple digits. Sorry, accounts. So how do we manage that? Let's talk about that. Do you suggest you just get a MetaMask or any other Ethereum wallet, if it's Ethereum we're talking about, and have them all there within one wallet and one seed phrase? You just create them all there, or you create multiple wallets? Like, what's the structure that you would recommend that you've been thinking about?
There is some ideas that I'm not so sure at the moment, but I believe that theirs will be an applications that the community will build up for this purpose only. Like there's we can collab with a staker like the to keep tracking. I think it's just like my strategy or my approach is kind of like the manual one, but to the day you have that tool. I think this is still like some things that you can create your disciplined habit at the moment and keep you in the safe position. And another idea is like about like how many sys phrase that I'm thinking about. So let's say like you create 10 accounts per month, and this means that you have to control and manage about 120 accounts per years. For me, it's a little bit laggy for when I create like 100 accounts. So I limit myself about like one sprays per year. And once it's spray created 120 accounts. And then like 8 years, I will have like eight hardware wallets to keep it safe. Because that is just my personal point of view. So it's not like a
Right. So
advice for everyone, but
yeah.
this is just my feeling,
So
my experience.
yeah, because this is I think what's good to do instead. It's not a again. It's not an NFT mint where you just rush in and do stuff. It's going to create chaos. You need some sort of system for this.
Yeah,
You have to sort of make a decision. Okay, I'm going to make this many wallets per this time interval, and I'm going to store them here in this system. So you need to be able to keep track of all of this. Otherwise, it's going to be super messy. And of course, there will be tools built to help you with all of this. But
yeah,
I think it would be sound to like, uh, you're not losing out a lot by rushing into it. You can just create a few, see how that goes, and yeah, don't do 100 wallets at once. Not financial advice. I'm just thinking from a structural purpose. Make sure
yeah,
you have a nice structure so you can feel good with it. Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Because
probably
like
the like basic thing. Before you do any of your strategies or whatever, you need the structure of the wallets and
yeah,
addresses.
yeah. Because for me, it's no matter you have the better tool or not, you have to build the discipline, the habit, and you know exactly way to keep you safe, and you won't lose your precious sand reward because you have to wait like 1 year or more to get the reward.
Hmm.
So if you
Right.
don't risk your bet.
Right, and also all these wallets, they're not like optimized for having like many wallets. Wallets, speaking of wallets, they should be all over Zen because it's like wallets want more users, and Zen is an amazing onboarding tool. We're gonna try to get some wallets here from different. I know some
That
people in different wallets. Get them on
but
board.
is it? But it's not mean like you have to manage like for example every years I will create like
No wallet advice.
100
Yeah.
sorry
Yeah.
one wallet to create like 120 accounts. But if you realize that yeah, can you show the slides again? So I don't think that after
Right.
8 years you have to create like thousands of accounts. You did, but you managed about like less than 300 accounts. I mean, okay, because like here, so every year you create 120 accounts, but end of that period of time, you gather on into one account and you stake it and you just manage one account for staking, right? This is not like you want because after you win, you lose your C rank. So now it have no sense if you keep like tracking, you keep like manage like 100 accounts. It makes no sense. So you just
Hmm.
focus on the accounts that you use to stake it. So like 100 become one. So I think it's easier. And every year you
Right.
have to finish like about like 200 accounts. So I think it's a little bit like crazy number, but I think it's still worth to do that because I call my strategies very beginning that is the dedication strategy because you need to spend a lot of effort to 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 be involved and to develop it and to gain your really big bet of Zen because this is not like the prior actions topic. So there's so many ways to have a big bag of Zen. You can buy it on the open market, or you just try to mint it. And this is just because of with just only mint it and claim it
Right.
and mint it, you can have
Right.
a big bag if you involve in the protocol in the next 8 years or more. And so I don't think that's so crazy, like everybody thinking about, because like every year just manage about like 200, 200 accounts. And every month you have to manage about like 10 or 20 accounts. Because like every
Right.
month, 1 year, you have to mint it and you send it to one wallet and you create another 10 accounts. So 21 accounts you have to manage as per month. So I think it's still reasonable.
Right. So we got a question here from Jack out of the box. Whales, thousands, gas fees, etc. We've answered these questions a lot in the Telegram. Someone can also refer him to the FAQ there. But let's see if there's some. Mr. Jackpot, so minting is now just getting worse, less test coins, and we should wait until launch to mint. You can go into testnet. There's also in the pinned messages to XEN Education number 2, which I did, which has a part of it, which goes through testnets, a tutorial and stuff like that, and explains the whole concept. Do we have any questions on wallets, strategies? Steve here, let me see, we have some. So it's claim and stake after mint is complete. I think this was relative to this one, right?
Yeah, because like
yeah, right, exactly. You mint, you claim your C rank, and when it's time for your minting, then you can press
no, I did
directly.
I did. I think I did double check the testnet that when you claim your C ranks, there you have to. There's only one option that you choose to choose the T value, right?
Right.
And then after the date, you when to
come
the
back.
the minting phase date, you come back and choose the options. So there is like
Right.
options for you.
So you mint on day 1, claim it on day 100, or you claim and stake it on day 100. Yeah, so the right order is watch XEN Education number 1, or read white paper also as reference, or the FAQs, Zenpedia, which you can all find in Telegram. But yeah, the right process is you claim your C rank, choose your T in one go, and then you come back at T, and then claim your mint, and then you can stake if you want to. Chart art, yeah, we got some nice comments for your chart here.
Thank you.
You're an artist.
To like ensure that everybody can understand, because math is sometimes that nobody understand what hell is it. It's
okay,
just
all right, now we got a lot of questions. So there's no more limits on minting on staking per address, right? No, the protocol doesn't record your how many times, let's say. So you can claim your C rank, you wait your time, then you claim your mint, and then you, from that same address, can claim another C rank. That's fine, but you can't add concurrent staking and stuff like that too. Also referred to FAQ there, where we answered this. How much ETH would you allow in each account? Because, okay, I'm gonna let you answer this, Divienbi, because this is not only thinking about, like, when you claim your C rank, you will pay some gas. When you claim your mint, you'll pay some gas as well. So actually, good to know, like the amount of gas that it costs to claim your C rank is actually, it's going to be bigger than it costs for minting. And there's some different variables to decide that, but that we already know. But I can't give you numbers, and nobody knows exactly how much either. But for the mint, for just claiming your mint, like what would you estimate would be without giving any guarantees? Like usually we say between $3 and $15 in ETH for that one transaction. But then it's also a question for you, Divienbi, how much would you have? Would you send also so you have a gas ready for your mint in tea time, or would you do it later with the bulk sender or multi-sender or something else, which is third-party software? So those
to be honest,
we don't really know if they're super safe. I don't know. I tried them; it works.
I want to count like the number of the accounts, but I count like I spend like a specific amount of money per month. For example, if I have like $50 for minting Zen, just I don't care how many accounts I can create for that amount of money. Just when that fund is just used, I use on the fund, I stop it. It can be like more than 10 or less than 10 is still okay to me.
Sure, but let's say now, if you go live next weekend, for instance, like how much, and you do 10 wallets, how much will you have in each wallet by then? How should people think?
So I have to divide it into two phases, because like when you claim it, you pay once, and you mint it, you pay again. But there's a cut out like period of times. If I decided I want to wait 1 year, for example, so I want to keep my money on this account for one year. I can use this for something else. I can like buy more, like keep it liquid, or I buy another assets and then increasing, and then I can sell. So I mean, like I will take it out on the balance, and yeah, for example, I will expect about like $5 per wallet for minted, for climate, and it's mean like if I thinking about like 10 wallets, I will think about like 50 or 60.
Right. So yeah, it's completely out of our hands, because it depends on how much the network is congested and stuff like that. But yeah, if you have $5, it could be lower. It could also be more. So we have a lot of questions here. What's the name of the tech which allows you to send multiple wallets one transaction? So you have something called bulk sender and multi-sender. I don't know if they work with testnets. Actually, I don't know. You should find out. But yeah, I don't know if someone asked if they're safe, and that made me think. I don't know. I tried them the other day. I tried bulk sender. It worked pretty well. But yeah, we should look into that. So I made this remark because the slide. So let me just take. Okay, yeah, it's good. Stevie, where are you from, Stevie? Where are you calling him from? Charles Doe, what's the name of the tech? Oh yeah, we have that. Here we go. If you allowed $50 for each account, would that be okay? $50 for each account. I mean, yeah, like it would probably definitely be less if we go live next week. For one transaction, by far, between 3 and 15. I would guess around 5, but yeah, I don't know. At Charles, do not send to multiple wallets. You send from multiple wallets to one address and stake on one address to only unstake on one address. Yeah. So where do we have it? Yeah, so I think this is what the you have multiple wallets and you send to one. I think that's what you're referring to. Netherlands. We have the whole world here, guys. You have the whole world here. What if we hit more than 5,000 users on day one? Yeah,
No,
so
it's
this is
day one.
actually a funny question. He won.
That
Yeah,
is-
like if I don't know how familiar you guys are with NFTs, but like NFTs have been like really successful ones. They like can sell out within like seconds, within 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And here it's also the fact that if you do one wallet, people will probably do a few more. So it's, I don't know what the average is going to be, but there is like one hypothetical scenario where it will be like super fast. But that's where Divienbi's mantra needs to come in your in your head, like no FOMO. It's like it's
Yes.
yeah, just take it easy.
Like take some calculations. Okay, so now we have about like 3,000 user like members in Telegram, and each of you
Yeah,
to
more with the Polish and the Czech and the Slovakian and
and each of
yeah,
you
New York
create
popping up.
one or two wallet so account, so it will be about like 10,000 already, and I believe that is just gone in just within 16 minutes.
Yeah, we'll see. Blue's on fire as always. Shane is dialing in from Australia. Hello, mate. Put another shrimp on the barbie. Vegemite. I used to live in Perth for a while. Amazing place. Thanks,
I think
Kryptonite. Is there any tech to multiple wallets? Yes. Yeah. Answer that one.
Yeah, I think you can use the multi-sign or Bunsan to send to like multi wallet or multiple addresses, but you have to pay the gas every transactions. I think it just save you more
Right.
time, it's not save you money. This is just save you more time. There is a really interesting questions. There is a way
Terrible
to
accent.
check out the box. There is a way to manage a group of wallets as one without having to disconnect and reconnect to MetaMask this wallet. Yeah, this is also really like annoying, right?
No, I think Paul was referring to me, my Australia. Howdy, mate. How you doing, mate? Marmite. I prefer UK version. UK. How do you speak in like a tea to the biscuit or something? It's education, that Australian accent. Exactly. Ox Colette's in the house. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Famous people, famous seniors. It's so cool to see you guys. All the seniors here. What a crew. Amazing people. Yeah, guys, this is a, you can ask anything. For now, you can ask anything. It can be about wallets. It can be what are you guys gonna do? Like, what's your setups? How are you thinking about this? You're gonna interact. It's just you and the protocol. You know, it's like, you know, as much as us, and like everything is transparent. It's you and the protocol. We told you how it works, the formulas. You know all that, and you're becoming pros at it fast. And once it's launched, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a new stage because of many things. Let me tell you, this is just the initial building phase. But what we're going to do is build this community. It's going to be on fire because there's so many cool things we can do on top of this and around this as well. And we can do it as a community. And like DeFi is just one of them. Yeah, I have a lot of ideas. I'm gonna spread to you. Also, we need to mention Ox Colette is famous.
But I mean, like,
where did I put it?
If you want to create like a dedicated process for XEN, your bet will be diluted really quick. Yeah, it's just like if your OGs compared with the Xenians after 8 years, So you will not be diluted, but within 8 years, without like if you just claim here now and mint now, and you just like did not do anything else, your Zen amounts will be diluted by like the supply will increasing every single day. So
Right.
highly recommend that you keep
No,
maintaining every month, every years. Yep.
yeah, you need some sort of system. Questions are piling in here. Doesn't matter how many accounts connect in the first day, other than the 5,000. I wouldn't worry about this 5,000. It's just like the maturity date. The possible maturity date is going to increase some after this 5,000, but they're probably going to go fast. So,
Yeah, I think
and up to that, the maturity date is 100.
I think it depends on which one
Sorry.
come first, like
Yeah.
100 days or 5,000 C rank. But I think 5,000 C rank is just gone in just 60 minutes. So that is why I did not take us in advance or talk about this much, because it's kind of like confusing if we people just focus on this, where it's just gone after just 1 hour, in my opinion.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Is there software where you switch between your wallet accounts quickly? I mean, the accounts within MetaMask, you can like switch super fast.
Yeah, I have
even
this.
quicker.
I also have this question because like every time
Oh
you
yeah,
connect,
so you can be like,
yes, you have disconnect.
okay,
And
but then you're
that annoying
yeah,
process.
yeah.
Yeah, we will find out.
Okay.
Not sure we have like the answer.
I still need to think what to do. Will depend on gas costs. Should be low, hopefully. Yeah. Aliki, regarding staking and APY, can you give an example with, for example, 100,000 SEM? If stake is open on 90th day, starting with 19% for 360 days, as far as I know, staking it's compounded. So
Yeah,
if you stake 100,000
yeah.
for 365 days, then your APY is going to be 19,000 after 1 year. And if you choose to stake for 2 years there, it's not like if you have your Zen staked and these 90 days shift, right? So it's not like you lock them in with your staking contract. So you can stake between 1 and 1,000 days. And if you do stake within the first 90 days, then the current APY is 20%, right? So then you will get 20% for all those 1,000 days.
Yeah, but you can also use the calculation in the website to check the amount of Zen estimated.
I'm going to make a bunch of business cards and start leaving them everywhere I go. Yeah, so sorry, here's my point. It's late in Hawaii. Yeah, after this is done, it's all going to be at the cool things we build in the community, but also the adoption. It's like, wow, now we have a super simple onboarding tool, which we can just go crazy with and onboard a lot of people very easily. But then I also want to mention this. Does anybody know what this is? This is, it looks like a USB stick. It tastes like a USB stick, but it's a ledger, right? So when we talk about, we haven't talked about ledgers basically at all. You know, hardware wallets or Trezor or whatever, different brands. But it's super important thing. The way I see it with onboarding, especially all these normies, you need to know how wallet works, you need to know how gas work, and you need to know how a hardware wallet works. Those three things. It's like, those are the basics. And then we're going to have a discussion about, okay, so if you onboard 100 normies and you just teach them about wallet and gas, okay, in you go, not about security. Versus if you teach them about wallet, gas plus security, like it is an extra step, but it is super important. a hardware wallet, it's like the condom of crypto. It's just like, just do it. Because you don't want to be hacked in 9 months when it's time for your mint, you know.
Good point.
A crazy surprise when it's time for your annual audit, you know. You should just do it. But are you gonna do it if you do like 100 wallets? And how is that set up and stuff? So it's interesting to see. Maybe you can onboard them, have them claim their C rank, and then they get thought about hardware wallet or something. I did a poll today. I don't remember what the result was, but it's pretty spread between yes, I'm definitely going to use a ledger, and no, and maybe. We recommend you do it. It's just like you're your own bank. You should definitely, if you're a newbie, you should definitely look into ledgers or Tresor's hardware wallets to see how they. Sorry, I'm just blah 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 blah. What will the card say, Blue? Yeah, so this is fun in Discord. Now we can have a channel where we share our adoption strategies, how to. It's psychology and it's selling, it's marketing and stuff like that.
I can prepare a media package for any media purpose, like the logo with the transparent background. We call it PNG, and black one and the white one. And also like
someone asked today, do you have a media kit? Do you have a media kit with like logos and downloads and stuff?
Yeah.
Divienbi is a really good designer.
I have this already, but I will gather everything and send to like the team, and then they can have like a really official place on the website. Then everybody can download it and use this for marketing purpose or sealant or do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's like open source. Can't wait to get deep into the uses. Cases ability for sure. It's gonna be super fun to see. There was some guy from Nepal like going in villages talking about SAN. Like, it's pretty cool. Hey, if you use Gnosis Safe for Staker app, you may have been able to the Safe token airdrop. Just okay. Is it different addresses in the same wallet, or do we need different wallets? This is a good question.
Okay.
You want to?
So I think we did discuss about this already, but I will make it clear again. So we can have like a lot of address. You can create a lot of accounts, like 100 or 1,000 per wallet. But from my experience, it's a little bit lucky. It's a little bit like slow when I have like 100. So myself, I limit will be about like 120. So I changed to another one. Yeah.
And you will show these slides, I guess, so people can look at them as well.
So I think this is the very first. This is the very first slide. So you can show this again. Okay. Can you open the slides again? Okay. So here
that one.
That I just borrow from Ethereum website. So you can have here
learn definitions.
The account and address kind of like the same. And you can create a lot of accounts from one wallet, one C-Sprays.
We will give a time frame. I think we will give a 4-day time frame countdown on the site. So you can plan the next weekend, which is probably going to be. So don't go on your girlfriend or boyfriend's parents' cousins' boring wedding. Cancel that and stay at home by the computer. We should get free POAPs to get more rewards. We can play with a lot of stuff. Trezors. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so slow with I don't know what you're laughing at. Lack of time. Teach them about seed phrase first. Okay. Set it up with hard wallet, then do MetaMask after, says RGS. Safety first.
Yeah.
Seed phrase first, guys. Mint safely or babies get bored.
Yeah, actually, you guys can find out a lot
You
of.
just have to, you know, put it in and put no, put it on and put it in. No, put it in the computer. I mean, and then put it on.
Yeah, there's a lot
Do
of
you have a
instructions videos on the internet. So if you
right?
mentioned about like how stay safe in this crypto world, so just I think we can gather some videos. We don't need to like
Yeah,
explain
for
it.
sure. We're gonna make a good educational platform which
Yeah,
has videos and everything more structured for sure. We do
yeah. I
have a
think
Discord.
we had we had.
We have. What do you mean? We have a Discord. Ask in Telegram. We have a link. So the Telegram has a lot of good momentum and a good vibe right now. So, but when we are more than 10, 15,000, it's going to be, we're probably going to migrate more and more to Discord. I think that's the current strategy. Some would be a good currency for gaming, betting, and yeah, for like gaming, just use currency inside games. It's amazing. Lots of utility there. Lots of
Yeah,
utility for
to
making
become
games.
like a currency, this has to be stable. So this means the value like keep stable. So it can consider like the currency. At the moment, I don't think that Zen has the stable value. But I mean, like maybe in the futures when the adoption is huge and the new minted Zen will not dilute it, the supply, the total supply. It can
Right.
be. This,
But you could use it in game, like it wouldn't have to be paired to anything. So it could be just a token of value. And you could give it value inside the game. I think I haven't done games.
yeah, because like people have
Um,
to understand like the definitions of the currency, because it's between like assets and currency. So for now, I don't see that that can become like currency.
when you claim, is it a small amount rewarded every day automatically, or do you need to claim every day for a small amount of SAM? No. Or is it a fixed amount at initial claim? Yeah. So when you claim your C rank in the beginning, then you. So if you do the test net, this is good to know. You might have noticed if you paid attention that the estimated Zen when you did your claim your C rank and what you actually got was a lot higher. I don't know if anybody noticed it, but if you did, it's because when you in the formula estimate Zen, you have to estimate what the global rank will be, and we have no data on that. So right now the model is like, yeah, we're just assuming that the global rank is not going to increase until you claim tomorrow, which is like highly unlikely, right? So that's why if you're wondering why the estimated sum was so much lower than what you actually got in the testnet.
Yeah.
But you claim your
Uh,
C rank, and then depending on how many people come in and claim their ranks after you, that builds up the global rank. So that's going to affect how much you get when you actually mint.
yeah.
Sorry, Divienbi, you want to say something there also?
Yeah, I want to add more information a little bit here. So you can stop the staking anytime,
Yeah.
but you gotta lose your interest. There's no ES here. There's no penalties for early and staking, but you lose
Mm.
your interest. But for minting, you have to wait.
It would be more bullish if the AMP goes to 1 in 4 years instead of 8. Yeah, so initially I think it was going to be like the double 16, and then we changed it to 8. And yeah, 4 would be, this is super hard to predict. You can only speculate, like how fast can you grow a network.
Yeah.
There's so many factors going into that equation. Yeah, it could be better, but it could also be not enough. You want to
Yeah.
distribute something all over the world, and even for Google, like they became the big, but it took some years. It takes some time to build out a network, but it's going to be very interesting to see because we're so global, and the onboarding is so easier because you don't have to exchange some other form of value in order to attain them. You just pay with your gas and time. Yeah, so how to get gas to people, a wallet they can get in a minute, how to get them gas, and how to implement safety early on. That is crucial.
Yeah,
XEN
I agree.
TZU, did you two rug your video from yesterday about the wallet strategy, or did you pull it to edit or something? I'll check into that. The wallet strategy. No, it didn't rug me. It was just a test for this. Yeah, exactly. It's this video. This is the first time we do a live stream. It works very well. This interface is pretty cool.
Yeah.
StreamYard works pretty good. Guys, shoot more questions. What are you thinking about? Tell me what you're doing. What are you doing, guys? Why are you here listening to us when you can be out in the sun and play? Are you excited? I'm really excited. Jack's really excited. Jack's jacked up. This is blows my mind. Like, you see, so this is what I love at XEN Zebra protocol. What I love at XEN is that it's so simple, it's so streamlined, but it has so much in it. It's like it has ridiculous amount of you see new things with it all the time. You see how things are connected all the time, and it's I've been starting to visualize these networks more and more lately, actually, which is kind of cool. I'm really fascinated about this. What I say in XEN Education number 2, free education, digital ownership amplified. It's really interesting to mix those rights in those wallets with this network in something that can scale very fast, which really lowers the barrier to entry. We're really trying to become a peer-to-peer medium of exchange by tweaking forks of mindsets and concepts before into something really unique.
Yeah. When I divide the math into 3 aspects, so people can understand. This is not like kind of like the math solving, that kind of like the philosophy behind the math. So you have to be dedicated to the community. You have to understand your right, and you have to understand the power of the community, and you can build it up, and you can get the reward from that. You can benefit from contribute your effort to the community.
Right. Aliki here. Would you bet for stream deep dive into wallets, hardware wallets, seed phrase management, extra encoding of seed phrases, and more regarding safe rack? Yes, definitely. This is something that we're going to make everyone in the same community at Ninja on. We just started, guys. We're going to go through the quirks and 11s of all of these stuff. We just started mentioning it. Deep down into hardware wallets, into seed phrases, into different terminologies, into really make it understandable for people with different knowledge level and different experiences. It's the thing that's most important to make everybody understand the language, and really try to get people into blockchain. I mean, this is the task. This is the adoption. Get people into crypto that see it as today. It's just this crazy thing that's sort of super speculative, super volatile. We're bringing them into an environment where they can really learn the basics calmly and not risking anything. So how we do it and teaching people. I want to bring in like a lot of wallets to compare them to make people familiar with different wallets. Ledger and Trezor we should get. We probably can get some like affiliate link to the community as well, which would be total transparent, of course, where people could get like discounts. When you buy these, make sure you buy them from the real websites. So sometimes they're scammy websites. Be careful with that.
Yeah.
Here, love what you guys do. Love you, JL.
Yeah.
What
Sure.
potential price after 8 years? Price doesn't really matter. Like price is not so interesting to talk about, really. I mean, it matters, and traders gonna come, but what really is important is the adoption of the network. Claire, I'm going to land my family. Sorry, I'm just going Divienbi, answering all this stuff. You interrupt. Start building sovereign global village. So, Claire, sorry, I'm reading like a doofus. Claire Rementila here. I moved to land that my family inherited in the Philippines to start building a sovereign global village and growing my roots, hoping to onboard the islanders and teach them about crypto. Yeah, do that.
Yes.
Go
I
teach
think
them.
the concept that if everybody's on board into blockchain in general, that will like reduce the gap between the third countries and the rest of the world, because like there's no barriers between on the cyber's world, right? So let's say like we also have some discussion about like how XEN will be benefit for something like beyond the purpose of just crypto. So you can like say one guy from the third countries, they can like mint it and sell it on the open market, because like it is depend on the value of their terms. So if they think that is they can earn more by minted XEN, so that can share the value to the world. So everybody can access to the like a limit standard for the living standards. So I hope that I believe that in the futures, it seems fair to me if anybody from any corners of the world, they have like they have like a really they limit their living standards, like to be survived. They're not surviving, they are living, they are not surviving.
Right, and if you're doing something like Claire wants to do here, you have the full support of the whole community. It's like, whatever people need, just post it. I need help with this because I'm doing this. Can share experiences, knowledge, tools. Is there a lot of overlapping communities from Hex to XEN? Yeah, we're an inclusive community in XEN. You see value in a lot of different chains. I bring this up in XEN Education #2. And there's a lot of Hex people in XEN, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah. I think
yeah,
that
it's like Hex, and that you can compare. Then you can compare the projects. We're trying to do like different stuff, so it's not really competing. But community-wise, I guess the two communities vibe very well.
Yeah, I think this is a win-win community. I am Hexicans also, but I also like Xenians, and I don't see any conflicts here because like you can see a lot of Zen Ocean is from Hex community, because like Jack Levin, the founder, he also like the Hexicans, and we love that because like Hexican is really active and motivated community. But Zen purpose is beyond the cryptos. That it's more about like the adoption, bring more people to into the crypto, into the blockchain in general. Yeah, but I mean like soon.
Yeah,
Sees a lot of non-Hexicans members join the Telegram and join the community.
yeah, some like the basic like attitude towards XEN should be from like every other crypto project. Okay, that's a good project because they're trying to solve adoption, and that's going to open up the market for all of us. So Sorry, I'm missing some here. Is it true? I'm a Hex OG. I've learned ton in 3 years. Love to pass all the knowledge on. XEN community.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's great we share knowledge from different chains, guys. It's super amazing. Every chain has figured out their different problems. So it could be a global decentralized digital currency for sure. And local communities can exchange value with the global economy easily and without friction. Yeah, financial lubricant. I can help that with stream. Yeah, just DM me and we're always open for any kind. We missed one here. Alpha XEN is a complete product, right? Protocol. It's a protocol. XEN is a protocol that you can interact with, permissionless, and we encourage you to do so non-custodial. Well, that's the only way to do it. Yeah, guys. What else? What else? Do you find the do you understand the basics with the formula and the different steps? Do you understand the math behind it to the degree you feel you need to? What are you mostly insecure about, knowledge-wise? Here we go. I mean, there's not any update program for the future, right? We're going to launch XEN first and foremost, and then there's many ideas and there's million things you can do about it. It's a community thing. You have ideas, you can build whatever you want on top of XEN.
I think XEN is immutable, so there's no ways that after launch, anybody, including the founder, they can touch this or change this. It's impossible. So, but there will be projects built on top of XEN, but XEN itself is immutable, so cannot change.
Is it best to claim and wait, or claim and mint straight away? How long can you wait? Well, you have to wait. Minimum to wait is 24 hours. But if you use the calculator, which you can get in Telegram, you're really gonna realize that you're very incentivized to do. Well, we learned from Divienbi here, not necessarily maximum amount of days, but if you're, yeah, I would still say if you're very new and if you don't like math and Excel spreadsheets, like as a general rule, just by the formula will reward you the longer you prolong your time. So so the effect of this is pretty amazing, right? And all hexagons know this, that it really incentivizes people to prolong something, and that has the effect of building up a network where everybody is not looking at selling right away. You know, you have some trust in a network for a longer extended period of time, which creates less volatility.
I think the part here is bring your peace in your mind. I stack everything. I don't have any liquid hacks. Stack everything like 5555, and also like some stack in next year or next 2 years. So I don't really worry about like the price at the moment. Or to be honest, just try to make it simple enough to keep yourself involved in this community or these projects, and keep your mind in peace. Because crypto is not your whole life, right? You have different things to do. You have your own life, your family, your friend, your college, a lot. Yeah, this one's I think just Jax will have the information, or he will answer this officially.
So I think so. But yeah, we'll let Jack answer that. Actually, probably better. Social impact, yeah, though. Delayed gratification, hex model. This is what I live by.
Yeah.
Charles Doe, great stream. Thank you very much, buddy.
You are Vietnamese, right,
I'm so
Charles?
happy we have so many here.
You are Vietnamese,
Charles.
Charles? Because your family name is Doe, so it sounds like Vietnamese family name.
So Shane, yeah, you should really look at the mint formula and play with the calculator, so you see that you can prolong your mint. That's how it works.
Like best to clam
Yeah.
and wait to mint or
We've been
clam and
go.
trace away. How long you can wait?
Yeah, we've been going for a little over 2 hours. Let's do a few more questions and then start rounding this off. Divienbi, thank you so much for your amazing presentation and setup here. Really appreciate it. And I'm gonna figure out how this is recorded, so I'll post it on my YouTube, so you can refer back to it. Divienbi, you will share. How will you share? There's 2 questions to you. You will share this in the Telegram, and also if people want to ask you about these strategies, like.
Yeah, I am available in
They hit you
Telegram.
up in the Telegram.
Yes, you guys can ask me anytime. But I mean, like these videos will have you guys have a really constructive steps or knowledge from like your behaviors when you interact with present, mint, clam, mint, stake, and like real long journeys with this. Yep.
When Lambo blow up, Jack promised. I think, didn't he tell Richard Hart when they had their interview that he should blow up his Lambo? Talking about that intention. Wow, 2 hours went fast. Yeah, they did, just like that. It's 2 a.m. here in Hawaii. Guys, me personally, I owe you a big one, either in Poland or Switzerland. Big beer. Thank you for your time and knowledge. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I hope it was to some value.
Appreciate that.
It's good with feedback, guys. You can post it to us, whatever it's good or bad. It's the first time we do this, so happy to do it more times if you found it valuable. Is it helpful for some supporters to do short-term minting times so we can provide liquidity? I think people will do anyway. I think some people will just do it because either they want to test it out or they're like, yeah. So what happens is basically, yeah, I don't do 100 days. I do a few days. I get some Zen. I put it on the market, and then the value starts at 0. So then if they do that, they probably want to get their accumulated gas cost back, right? So that suddenly you have some sort of buying pressure, even though it's like small, whatever. And then they sell it. And then on the other side, on the buyer side, there's going to be people who are like, oh yeah, like these C ranks, like, I don't know what you nerds are talking about. Like, I have some ETH in my wallet. I'm just going to go buy it in the pool. So then you have the seller and the buyer naturally. But yeah, it's just the price. And the price of Sun is like, yeah, we shouldn't talk about price so much, because crypto is just full of this price speculation. It's ridiculous. Let's try to focus on adoption, but yeah, it's still a little bit interesting to think about how markets form. Because when you buy on a DEX, like you're not buying from a team allocation or pre-mint or these. You're buying from someone else that has minted this with its time. You know, that's the only source. Another community member has minted this coin with their time, and you're buying that time basically.
Yeah, I think this it's really hard to predict some price actions because like very beginning, if we mentioned about the price, so I can share some thought about that. So I believe that very beginning, the price is quite high and then it's dropped and keep it stable because the supply is for starting from zero, and there's no zen to be bought it in the open market. Even like you have a huge high demand, but really low supply really at the beginning. So the price at the moment is really quite high from my opinions. But
Right.
like it depends. It depends on the behaviors of the tradings activity. So that is why I did not mention the price in this AMA, but I believe that there's more and more AMAs about like security and the price actions in the futures.
Yeah, and why I say it's not interesting, because what's really interesting here is the adoption thing, because price, the value comes from the network being built with the population. So it's yeah, that's the
Yeah.
real value, and that network is based on the first principle values. When is mainnet estimated next weekend on Ethereum, 8 to 9. We're gonna have a countdown 4 days before. So yeah, you can watch this video again, and you can figure out what you need to figure out is how many wallets do I want to make? What's the strategy going to be? You know, not only how many wallets am I going to do now. How, like, do I have a monthly thing I'm going to do? And if you have like double-digit wallets, how are you going to keep track of those dates? You can use Divienbi, this Excel spreadsheet here. It's great as a starting point, and then we just iterate from there. Who doesn't want something for free? You have to be crazy.
Yeah,
Tell
because
the whole
in
world.
at the end of the day, after this AMA, I hope that everybody here watching these videos, they can understand what is behind, and they can create it themselves, their own strategy that fix their life, that match with their life. Okay, so just make it the most convenience that you think to have a really long journeys with Zen, because like yeah, there's a really long journeys and we have to stick to together. Like yeah,
We're stuck here now.
yeah, we are stuck.
I thought
And
about it today when I spoke to Jack. It's like, Jesus, how are we gonna get out of this one? It's so many interesting, like,
yeah,
people. I think people are like sort of getting into it, and like I can feel it in the community. They're like,
yeah,
something here. There's something new, novel with this.
yeah. There's another question.
Yeah. But I would say, referring to what you've been going through today, what's most important is not so much the optimization. That's not what I'm gonna focus on. I'm gonna focus like 99% of my time that I dedicate to this topic, just on like, what's my wallet structure gonna be?
Yeah,
How am I gonna integrate the hardware wallet? What wallets? What browsers? What Excel spreadsheets, all of that, before I even start thinking about wallet optimization in terms of yield, for sure. Like, I think that's going to make you a lot more when you have that structure set up.
yeah,
We will, of course, share every little insight we have on this and what we come out to. But is the delta rank calculated at the moment of claim? So you claim your C rank. That's when you get your C rank. All right, and that's the current global rank +1. So then you have this number locked into the contract, and then as more and more people claim their C ranks, that increases the global rank. So then when you mint, the global rank minus your C rank that you got here is the delta rank, and that's the multiplier for the log2 base.
yeah.
The mint formula. So will all the spreadsheets you have had tonight be available?
We
Yes.
we share this from day one.
Yeah, it's shared. It's also in Discord. You find it on different topics. Yeah, so a lot of good stuff. Divienbi, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Here we have Brett. Hello, Brett. How you doing, buddy? So good, so good. This was so fun. This was an historic moment in the Education XEN TZU Divienbi live stream. This was fun. Thank God I have 2 treasurers. Someone is prepared. Someone
You gotta have
talk to me. Yeah.
Okay. Before we end it,
yeah,
end
guys.
the stream, I just want to say thank you to like several guys, TB Shop, B Shop, ET Price, like the some of guys that I talked to, because like on the strategy here to present you guys today is not perfect from day one. I upgrade it every single day after I have different conversation with TV shop and with the warning with different guys in the community. And I think this spreadsheet is not my own creations. That is the like the community creations. So just want to say thank you to all of you guys. Yep.
Yeah, we have an amazing community here. So good people. So good people. It's the best part of it. So yeah, that Dennis had also a question. He just came. Where have you been, Dennis? We've been here without you. Ay. Next time you come in time to class, Dennis. But your question: can I open as many accounts as I want? The limit is only gas. You're late to class. I don't want to reply. Yes, you can. There's no limit because we don't KYC, right? We don't like
Yep.
the K word here. So we don't check how many. So you can do. It's limited to how much you want to pay in gas and how much you want to manage and spend on this. So there any referrals? Like you mean links to? No, we haven't set it up. We should get some kind of transparent refer program with ledgers and treasurers and stuff like that. I mean, if people are going to buy them, they might as well get some discount off. But yeah, it's not something we're going to monetize on. Maybe if we can route it to the community somehow. Thanks, Stevie. Great stream. Thanks, Doc. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Great.
Dennis. Good question.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
All right. So how do I? Let's see. I'm gonna post it on my channel as well, or maybe it does automatically. We're ending broadcast. Have an amazing night, guys. Good to see you. Good night. Good morning, wherever you are. We love you. We're having fun. We're learning together. We're growing. We're launching soon. God damn it. Woo! It's going to be interesting. Yeah. Jack had a... Yeah, we were talking about it today, actually, if we're going to live stream it somehow. I don't know. We might do some fun with it. Let's see. Have a good night, guys.
Yeah, goodbye.
Hi, Divienbi. Thank you so much. This was great, Divienbi. Did amazing stuff. And my favorite was your visual. We should pin that. We should pin the visual with the round with the 3 different.
I can send a slide to the community, like the slide that I show you guys today, and including
it was so good.
Yeah,
it was so good to see. It was really brilliant to see. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and I made this on my CNC. It's the first CNC, the Zen Crypto. I made it this summer when it's still riding. I gotta give it to Jack. The first ever CNC logo. So you're gonna see it behind him maybe when he has his podcast. Anyway, good night, guys. Good night.
Good night.